What up, y'all? Once again, Epiphany has succeeded in pissing off a whole group of people. I mean, a whole group of people. So I'm sitting up in this group called the Tea Spot, but the bitches was scared of tea. I made a comment that as a transsexual woman, I can't wait to get my sex change, and that I feel that girls who don't want a sex change have issues. I mean, at the end of the day, not to say it's right or it's wrong, these are merely my thoughts, my opinion. But I also feel like, why would you walk around your whole life portraying a woman but don't want your outside to reflect your inside? I mean, you're just content with running around with boobs and a dick, you know what I'm saying? But you're a woman? No. Not to say that gender discretion, sexuality, I'm a firm believer of that. But in the same respect, I just feel like if you spend your whole life living like a woman, why are you trying to hold on to your penis? Well, needless to say, that pissed off all of them transformers in that group because they called me every name but the child of God. And then what made it even more funnier was how they all tried to gang up on me, but I still stood on my shit. To the fuck where the bitches had to delete me out the motherfucking room. Cause like in my Erica Mena voice, you can't handle my motherfucking mouth. And like I said, if you want to walk around being mismatched your whole life, that's up to you. I applaud you. But don't knock me for my views. What I don't understand about transsexual women is you spend your whole life wanting equality and wanting to be treated equal, yet within your own ranks, you don't know how to treat each other equal. Everybody has to thank you the way you do. Some of us don't just lay down and get fucked. And when I say that, I mean some of us are free thinkers just because the world tells us what we do is wrong or the world dictates how we're supposed to feel about ourselves. Some of us choose to think for ourselves and formulate our own feelings and don't give into what society dictates. At the end of the day, transgender is recognizing yourself as the opposite sex. How can you truly recognize yourself as the opposite sex but not want to be the opposite sex? You're a poser. You don't know what the fuck you are. Maybe you just became a woman because you couldn't cut it as a man. I don't know. But I've lived my truth since a child. I've always been who I am. I've never went through a time where I dated a girl or ran around dressed like a boy. I've been a girl since I can remember and have dressed accordingly. Every time the universe blesses me with something to move further ahead of my transition, I seize it. So yes, I'm still packing, but I don't plan to keep it. So as soon as this $30,000 falls in my lap, I'm going to get a pussy. Not to say that a pussy is going to make me more of a woman than I already am. I realize it's cosmetic, but to me, I will feel complete. Now, if you don't feel that way, I accept that. I don't think less of you. Maybe a little bit confused as to why you don't feel that way. But in the same time, I'm not going to condemn you for thinking that way. That's your cross to bear, and we all have our crosses. But don't hate on a bitch because she has a view and she sticks to it. Just because everybody want to kiss each other's ass and feel the same way about something, I'm supposed to stick my tail between my legs, no pun intended, and just shut up on my views? No, I'm going to stand by what I say. But I do think the T-Spot is filled with a bunch of motherfucking cowards because obviously while you promote that, it's a group for discussion for people to put their issues up and, discuss them amongst like-minded individuals. Y'all a bunch of dummies and cowards. You booted a bitch out of a group because she didn't share the opinion of the majority. How is that productive? How is that moving forward? You bitches want to bitch and moan about the problem, but you feed the monster instead of nurturing the solution. So it's nothing at the end of the day, but I just had to get that little piece of tidbit off my chest. I think it's fabulous that y'all kicked me out because then that goes to show that you're just what I thought, a bunch of weak ass bitches who don't have no thoughts of your own. Living in a world of confusion, don't know where you're going or don't know which way is up, honey. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And as you see, I'm still motherfucking standing. So you bitches gotta do better. Your group ain't my outlet, bitch. I have my own blog, look, I'm just saying, and a YouTube channel. So now I just gave you y'all 15 seconds of fame. Get with it. Good day.